deeds have earned you a place among the heroes of legend. Let us hope today is not the day your spirit joins those ensconced
Clint, didn't I kill you? Why is your ghost in the dead lich? Wait, no, grab the staff of ore. Wait, no, I wanted that. I called dibs. Oh my god. So why did they leave that? Muck didn't win the giveaway for the staff. That was actually kind of funny, Banana. I'm surprised from you. Oh, it just automatically takes us the boat. Okay, I thought we were going to actually run for the boat. Oh, what is this? The Lich is dead. You saved the day. Old Mac. Carlotta. King Adelburn. Oh, hey, I just killed your kid again. What's up? Thanks to your heroism, Vizier Kilbron, the Lich Lord, no longer threatens Tyria, and my brother did not give his life in vain. Your amazing deeds have secured your place in history as one of the paramount heroes of the world. All of Tyria owes you a debt of gratitude, but we Deldrimor dwarves owe you an even greater debt. Your aid in our conflict against the Stone Summit helped to regain my seat in Thunderhead Keep. For that, we are forever allies. Accompany me today are the finest Deldrimor weaponsmiths. As a show of our eternal friendship, I offer you this Deldrimor talisman, which allows you to claim a weapon of your choice. Fight with honor, my friend. Alright. He's got a bow. Do you make bows? Horn bow, flat bow, long bow, recurve bow, short bow. I don't care. Sure. Requires marksmanship 9. Dude, this character's about to get nuked. I don't care. Bunch of weird stuff. I guess that's it. Where are we? We're at Dragnar's Forge. Okay. Alright. I don't even honestly remember how we got to the fire area. Hold on, let me try to replay this. We were at Ascalon, then we went to Northern Shiver Peaks, then we went to like Lion's Arch, then we joined the White Mantle, then we joined the Black Mantle, and then we went through the jungle, and then I don't know what happened after that. Oh, we ended up in the desert somehow? I guess we took a boat to the desert. We did the desert stuff. And then I think we ended up in the Shiver Peaks again. And then what? I guess from the Shiver Peaks we ended up down here at some point. There was a portal to the Fire Islands from Thunderhead Keep. Okay. Alright. Man. Alright, hey, to the dervish that was in my party. Was that Cassie Mary? Thanks for the help. Would like to trade with you. Wait, what? What are you doing? I don't need any of that, but thank you. Okay. All right. Let's see. How do I get out of here? Dragnar's Forge. Accept all. Okay. Wow, that took a lot of the joy out of this game. Alright, so... Let's see. Let's see. There was something I wanted to do briefly. Alright. A while back, chat, I had a video where I was like, it was the lore of Guild Wars 2 explained in 5 minutes. And I did my best. I'm going to try to re-explain the lore of this game as I understood it from my playthrough. Okay? Here we go. Alright, so I just finished Guild Wars 1 Prophecies. I am now an expert at everything this game has to offer, and I am now going to tell you the entire lore of the game in as few minutes as possible. Here we go. You start out as a human, you don't know anything about the crimes that your people have committed. You're getting attacked by the Char, they are clearly the aggressors, and you are clearly the good guys. They are attacking, and the humans are like, we need some heroes. So you're like, all right, I need a job, I guess. And you go and try to get a job, and they're like, sorry, we're only accepting people that are 15 years old with 30 years of experience. So you're like, all right, I gotta go get a second job. So then you go become like a ranger / necromancer or something. You come back with 2 jobs, and they're like, now you may help us. And then the Char decide at that moment to nuke the capital. You somehow survive. And there's a 2-year time skip. No idea what I was doing for 2 years. I guess I was just outside picking my nose. They don't address that at all, but 2 years pass, and I don't know what I've been up to. We come back, and Ascalon is a mess. Everything's dead. So clearly this nuke affected this whole area, because this was all green and lush. But we're fine. We were in the middle of it. We're in the middle of this, but we're fine. So we keep going and doing our thing. We're running around. We're doing side quests, stuff like that. And we end up on a mission where we find a big horn, and we doot, and then it makes it rain, and they're scared of rain, so that helps somehow. And then we're following Prince Rurik. We were following the king, but now we're helping the prince. Fine, he's in the royal line. We'll help him too. And then the king shows up, and the king and the prince have a spat, and they start fighting each other. And the prince says, come on, guys, we're leaving. And we're like, okay, well, I guess he's our ride. So we join the prince, and now I guess we hate the king. I don't know. So we join the prince, and we start, like, going through all the Ascalon stuff, and we go through the Shiver Peaks. We meet some dwarves. They're like, yeah, we like the prince. We'll help the prince. So they help us. We get through the Shiver Peaks. Nothing notable happens over here at all. And then you get over here. You go to Lion's Arch. You're like, hey, can I come in? And the White Mantle are like, no, you can't, because there's a bunch of bad stuff going on. There's a zombie apocalypse happening. And you're like, okay, well, I need to get into the city. And they're like, sorry, if you want to get in, you have to fight and risk your life against hundreds of foes, and then we'll let you in the city. And we're like, yeah, that seems fair. So we join the White Mantle because they seem like good guys. We fight against the zombie apocalypse. We're finally let into the city. Total dump, by the way. There's not even any houses, and everyone just lives like on a big patch of dirt. Very disappointing, very lackluster. Worst city I've ever seen, 0 out of 10. We go off into the jungle. We fight these other guys called, I don't know, I'm just going to say Black Mantle. We fight the Black Mantle. We're helping the White Mantle, and then we get to this one mission over here in, I don't know where this is, not Maguma. We get over in this mission, not Maguma, and like the quest is screwed up, because like the main quest says like help the White Mantle. But the side quests are like, yeah, those White Mantle guys suck. Here, go sabotage them, poison their lunches, pee in their Cheerios, stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, I clearly traveled too far. So I backtracked a bit and started doing more of the other quests for the White Mantle, where suddenly, shockaroo, we end up finding out that they're actually the bad guys. So we're like, I guess we'll join the Black Mantle. So we join the Black Mantle, and we're fighting the White Mantle, and there's this thing called the Staff of Ore, and we get it, and this guy comes up that's like Mr. Burns, and he's like, I can use that to help you. And we're like, sure, you seem trustworthy. So we give him the Staff of Ore, and he's able to summon 30 undead, which is something any good, helpful person with a magic staff is capable of doing. And he helps us get through lots and lots of nasty things over here in the jungle. I think nothing else really happens over there. At some point, we're teleported to the desert. Over here is terrible. Well, I mean, it's a desert. Honestly, it's very on point for a desert. I got lost. Okay, I'm bitter about it. I got lost in the freaking sand, and I'm bitter about it. I had to look up a guide and find a map because I couldn't find the towns. So you do a whole bunch of quests in the desert, then you have to fight your doppelganger. But I was a ranger with a pet, and my doppelganger was a ranger without a pet, so it was really easy because my roller beetle ate his face. So Easiest doppelganger fight I've ever done. 0 out of 10. Worst one I've ever seen. The doppelganger Guild Wars 2, way stronger, because that one's like a raid boss. So after that, we ended up in the Shiver Peaks again. I guess we like lost our wallet and our phone while we were there, so we go back here to try and find it. We go through all of these zones, and suddenly we find the Mersat. I'm like, hey guys, and they're like, Spectral Agony, and I die. And I'm just like, wow, that was cool. Okay, I'm pretty sure my character would still qualify for the hardcore challenge up until that point. Then I died when they looked at me. So I did what any smart person would do. Did you look up how to handle Spectral Agony? No, I started running 4 healers in my party. And I started gritting my teeth and forcing my way through these missions. And someone was like, hey, if you go back to that mission, you can get your armor infused and then Agony doesn't hurt anymore. And I'm like, fine. So I went back and I did that. And then, let's see, we got infused. I don't understand how the Mersat are involved in the story at all. They were just kind of there. We get through the ice area, we fight the enemies of the dwarves, and then we get teleported down to the Fire Islands, and then we find out that the Mr. Burns guy that we gave the Scepter of the Ore is actually a Lich. I don't know anything about his motivations, don't know how he became a Lich, I don't know if he has any phylacteries somewhere. He's just called Lich. Not the Lich, not a Lich, not Lich Lord, just Lich. His name tag gets shorter. That means he gets weaker. We get over here, we do the Ring of Fire. There's just a lot of fire elemental stuff. Fine. Then the Lich guy reveals himself and summons a bunch of Titans. The first one he summons is the boss of a mission, and he died in like 1 second. It was like incredibly lackluster. We were laughing really hard. Then I get to Hell's Precipice, and muck you. This place took all the fun out of the game. So Hell's Precipice, there are Titans, super weak, doesn't matter, and there are Imps. And the Imps cast Nuke. And if 2 Imps cast it at the same time, it almost kills the entire party. And until this point in the story, the whole story, I maybe had to restart 2 missions. This last mission took me like 10 tries. This is awful. It's absolutely awful. It's cancer. I cannot, 0 out of 10, do not recommend, worst mission ever. But we get through there. Rurik shows up. It turns out he died. Oh, that's right. Rurik died. I forgot. It was a minor thing. Rurik died up here. He was cold or something. So Rurik dies up there, and then he gets animated as an undead down here. So we kill him again because he should have learned. He should have stayed down. And then we fight the Lich. He was easier to kill than any of the Imps that we fought. And yeah, it was, the toughest boss in the game are the Imps on this island. Then we went back over to Drotnar's Forge, and there was a whole celebration, and everybody threw a party to celebrate that Rurik was dead again, and that was the end of Guild Wars Prophecies. I'll see you in Factions. Okay, now I'll just get Noxie to animate that.
You shame yourselves.
Easy. Wow. Okay. Real talk. I enjoyed this Return to Guild Wars 1 playthrough greatly up until that last mission. That just shined a spotlight on so many glaring issues with the system. Now, granted, it's an old game, guys, I know. But like the flags not working on the whole party, or the party, if they can't easily reach something, that if it's not like in a straight line 10 feet away, they're just going to ignore the order you give them. So like just, oh my god, it was rough. It was rough. If I didn't know the story, I feel like I would know it for sure now. That's how it should be, yes. There's a questline Drox that continues the Prophecy story a bit. At first I was like, it should be Guild Wars Wednesday instead of Tuesday, and then I was like, oh, it is Wednesday? There you go. Guess no final mission for final bosses? We just did the final mission. It's done. Not gonna lie, I'm doing hardcore, and that last mission I had to reset 4 times because my team died instantly. Look on the bright side, you gonna install the game now? No, I don't actually want to uninstall the game or anything like that, but I'm glad it's done. I am glad it's done. All right, we have got a date with Oblivion, chat.